February 23rd, 11:56 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 2. Time to begin trial ladder. Mr. Wright. Huh? What? Are trials always like this with you? Like you're swimming up from the bottom of a lake about to reach the surface? But no matter how hard you paddle, you never seem to get there. Pretty much. Thanks for rubbing it in. Except today we're swimming in quicksand. So what happened to your sister anyway? Apparently she got called off to the judge's chambers. Probably something to do with that piece of cloth. So, this is where we turn this trial around, right? Our only weapon, a tiny, insignificant piece of cloth. I'm the one who's starting to feel tiny and insignificant, to tell you the truth. Hola, partner. They say you show a red cloth to a bull, it'll fire up its temper. That's what they told me when I was a youngin', at least. Officer Marshall. Thought I'd come take a look to see how the trial's going. Looks like I'm late. They've got the home ranch locked down tighter than a fort in enemy territory. Is that hard to slip out, huh? What's going on over there anyway? All the police I've seen these last few days have really been on edge. Don't you got enough on your plate without worrying about other people, compadre? You could be worrying about the chief prosecutor's taste in mufflers, for example. Officer Marshall? The whole muffler thing didn't have anything to do with scars. She wasn't even wearing a scarf. You don't say. Now don't that just beat all. I've seen a red breeze blow on at her slender neck many times. I saw it that day too. She was wearing a red muffler. What? At the award ceremony that afternoon, Edgeworth's seen it too, I reckon. What does that mean? In the photograph taken at the crime scene, she wasn't wearing a scarf. So, Miss Starr wasn't mistaken? Well, it's about time. Remember, partner, sometimes you gotta grab the bull by the horns. And sometimes you just gotta let that bull go where it will. Time will tell. Ugh, I have a bad feeling about this. So, where are we swimming in now, Mr. Wright? If it's steak sauce, I can hook you up with some fine ribs. Ooh-wee! I'd like to resume. What's up? The judge keeps looking over at the prosecution. Is something wrong, Mr. Edgeworth? Your face is blue, and your lips are purple. You're sweating bullets. That forward brow, those grinding teeth, those watery eyes. What's more, your eyes are unfocused. You're doubled over. Your back is bent. It can't be. This can't happen. I wonder what happened to Mr. Edgeworth. Well then, I believe it is time we continued on with this trial. During our recess, I had requested that the prosecution conduct an investigation. This is unacceptable. It seems our prosecutor is quite beside himself. Who's there? Who are you? What's with this guy? A strange stuffy aura seems to be filling the courtroom. Hey, the temperature was 5.7 degrees when that man came in. Who on earth is he? Ah, it's you. Mute man. Is he gonna... Oh, sorry I'm late, Edgy. The roads are packed, it's just me. Long time no see, huh, Edgy? How you been? Swim much these days? Hello. Now I've been so busy. Busy smidgy, Uji. My boy, you have to make time to relax. Yes, indeed. Edgy? Uji? What is that? What is that word anyway? Seems to be his nickname for the judge. Probably Udgy. Because, judge, Udge. I'm afraid you're right. Very afraid. Sorry, but who are you? So you're Ryder, the attorney I've heard. I've heard good things about you, son. Thanks. So sorry about a little Worthy giving you all that trouble, eh? You know we should go swimming together sometime. Jolly. L- little Worthy? Mr. Wright, you don't know the district chief of police? Chief of police? He's the top ranking police officer in the entire district. Seems like a fun guy. Name's Gant. Damon Gant. Pleased to meet everyone. So, to what do we owe this honor today? It's been over 2 years since you last came to this courtroom, hasn't it? Well, it's Worthy here. Look at the poor fellow. I just thought I'd help him out by bringing this. Hey, that's my sister's muffler. So Miss Starr wasn't just seeing things. When the crime occurred, Miss Guy really was wearing that muffler. But to think that this was stuffed into that exhaust pipe. On little Worthy's car, no less. It's really quite embarrassing, even for us. What's this? It's what you'd call a switchblade knife. Quite perplexing, this. Chief, what kind of outfit are you running? Mr. Edgeworth. How could they miss such a vital piece of evidence? If your investigators are this lax, how do you expect us to do our job? No, now wait a minute, Worthy. I've no desire to hear your excuses. I'm telling you to wait. Or didn't you hear me? Have a look at this document where it says person in charge of investigation. There's no mistaking that signature, is there? Miles Edgeworth. That's not fair. On the day of the crime, I had... You're head in the crowds because you got that award. I know how you feel. But you're the person in charge. I'll expect a written apology. What? Are you serious? Don't be too upset. We'll find a way to clean up this mess that you made. This is the first time I've seen Mr. Edgeworth at a loss for words. Same. This kind of major blunder is unlike you, Mr. Edgeworth. Gah! The court accepts this new evidence, but I'd like to ask the defense a favor first. Yes, just to be sure. I'd like to take a look at the blade of this knife. The blade, Your Honor? Well, I don't see why not. Could you open it up for me, I wonder? Yes, well, I think all you have to do is push that switch and... If I cut my finger, Mr. Wright, I wouldn't be able to pound my gavel anymore. Yeah, but if I cut my finger, I wouldn't be able to point it at people anymore. Come on, just hurry up and open it. Oh, come on. No, I can do it myself, game. Okay, we just gotta push this button. Bam! What? Don't scare me like that. I'm the one who's scared. I got this knife blade. The tip of it is broken off. And this dark red stain. Blood? Found at the crime scene. Wrapped in the defendant's muffler. Small tag attached. This does not excuse the actions of the police department. I would like to hear an explanation from the chief of police himself. I'm terribly sorry, but could I ask you to testify for us about the split between the prosecutors and the police and this knife? Sure thing. Not a problem. Not even a little one, really. This knife is special, but I can't say how here, unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman. That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. A detective was killed at the police department. See, what a mess. The time of the crime? 5:15. Scary coincidence, eh? It's not officially linked to this here case, so I can't talk much about it. There was a murder at the police department. A detective. That's hush-hush information, Uji. We haven't exactly announced it yet. Wait a second. You said 5:15. That's the exact time that Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office.
Order. Anyway, we at the department were all flustered, as you might well assume. We're in the middle of a top secret investigation. Don't tell anyone, okay?
I think we understand the police department's situation. Well, Mr. Wright, 2 detectives killed at the same time in 2 different places. The chances of that are really slim, scientifically speaking, of course. I'd like to exercise my right to cross-examine the witness.
Very well. However, keep your questions focused on the case at hand.
Alright, so someone else was killed at the police department, not the prosecutor's office, and it was another detective. Excuse me, special?
Hard to come by this particular knife anywhere else.
Might that special thing be this little tag?
Oh, sorry, Righto, but I can't say that now. Not that.
We've established that the knife in Goodman's chest was this knife. Now, why was there another knife at the scene of the crime?
That's quite a mystery. And like a mystery, it's wrapped in something. A muffler.
This knife was found on the scene of our crime. I think that makes it connected to the case, don't you?
See, there's a lot of things that go on at the department I can't explain. It's delicate, okay? Sorry, Righto.
Maybe there's something about the knife that will give us a clue. Let's examine that knife while we can, Righto. Evidence that links this knife to Detective Goodman. I think perhaps the pieces are falling into place. I tried positioning the piece of evidence that's had me stumped all this time. So how are things down at the department? Alright, hold on. Let's examine the knife a little bit more. Okay, hold on. 675 12-2. Maybe that's the thing that Phoenix is talking about. Tag says SL92. There's a small tag on the knife. It says SL92. What's that supposed to mean? I'm not sure, but it reminds me of a similar card. DL6? Maybe it's a case number. That's weird. What? I don't remember where. But I think I've seen something like this before. Something similar to what's written on this tag. It wasn't that long ago either. Maybe I should check the code record again. I'm thinking it's this. 675 12-2. Anyway, I'll keep pressing him and see if we can find anything else. Something happened at the police department too, huh?
You got a good look in your eye there, Righto, my boy. Sharp, hungry.
So, something did happen. And why wasn't I informed?
Why weren't you informed? Well, why didn't you ask? No matter, I understand. You were busy with with Lana's case and all.
Well, what happened? What happened at the police department that day? On the same day that a detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was killed at the police department?
That's a fact. Surprising, isn't it, OG?
I'm at a loss for words. And the perpetrator. Do you have a suspect?
Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact.
Just arrested? That was quick.
But there's still a lot of unanswered questions. Maybe you could help, Righto.
I suppose I could help if you helped me by giving me data on your case.
Ooh, good one. This kid's sharp. Okay, here's the deal. I'll tell you one thing and one thing only.
Well, we already know when the victim died. And where the victim was found. Well, how was the detective killed?
How was he killed? No, that's the interesting part. It was what we in the force call a stabbing with a knife.
A knife? That's exactly the same as Detective Goodman.
That's the spirit we're cooking now. But you know, that's not the only thing that was exactly the same.
What do you mean?
There were more similarities between the two cases than the cause of death. It seems like I'm going to have to press this a bit harder. Maybe I can get some more info out of him by repeating the same thing. So tell me, where was the victim found? Well, I can't speak on where the corpse was found, but I can say the crime took place in the evidence room at the police department. The evidence room? You wouldn't know about the evidence room, would you, Rido? I can't say I've heard of it. I guess I should ask again once I learn a bit more about this evidence room. There's something stranger about this than the place where the body was found. Okay, and then one more. He's found in the evidence room. Okay. So I guess that got a little more specific than the police office. So when did the murder at the police department occur? Now that's a sharp question, Ryder. Very sharp. Well, my boy, you're gonna love this. 5:15, but that's when Detective Goodman was killed in the prosecutor's office. What? Funny, isn't it? A murder at the prosecutor's place and a murder at our place at the very same time. What are the chances? Coincidence? This is just my gut feeling, but I'd say there's a 0.001% chance of that happening. Chief Gant, please tell us more about the incident. How can you say there's no connection? Oh, because I'm the chief of police. I can't just say anything I please, Rido. You understand. Try to understand, Rido. Well, if you can prove there's a connection, more power to you. Maybe there is something that ties the two murders together. Whatever it is, I'd better find and get to the bottom of this. Two detectives were killed at 5:15. One at the prosecutor's office, and one at the police department. That can't be a coincidence. And that knife. What was it doing there? I better check this knife out. So I believe I'm supposed to present this then. But I'm gonna save real quick. Now that I know this is something I can do. Just in case I mess up, you know? Wait a second. Oh, at last, an honest-to-goodness objection. This knife. This has to have something to do with Detective Goodman. What do you mean? Oh, an honest-to-goodness, what do you mean from Urgy? This is great. Look at the tag on this knife. It reads SL92. And this is important. Why? Over here, we also have a memo that was on the body of the victim. What's this? 6 minus 7s, 12 over 2. Your Honor, it's upside down. Upside down? The printed name on the memo makes it look like it's right side up. But turn around and what do you get? 221 SL9, oh my god! Oh! Whoever wrote this note was holding the paper upside down. SL9. That's the same thing that is written on the knife tag. Order. Well, Chief? Ah, well, I guess the cat's out of the bag. You win, Rido. I win? Aha, what game is this guy playing? This knife was evidence in a case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. So this knife was stolen? Yes, but on the day of the murder. It was evidence, you say? Was it, in fact, a murder weapon? Nice. Good show, little worthy. It was a murder weapon, as it happens. It was evidence from a case long since solved. So this knife was stolen on the day of the murder. It was found in the exhaust pipe of Edgeworth's car. Hard to think there isn't a connection there. Do I have anything else to present? feel like I gotta present something in response to this. Let's just save again. Part of me feels like I should pull up the knife. Yep, nope, that was a mess up. Nope, that was a mess up. $221. Okay. I already proved there was a bit of a connection. The evidence room. Didn't he mention that in his testimony just now? There we go. There's the connection between the two cases. You seem happy, Mr. Wright. Happy? Happy we just got handed our ticket to go to town on this case. With the link between the two cases established, we finally have some leverage. Now we can get Gant to testify about some details. Chief, the defense's position is simply this. The connection between these two cases has already been proven. You don't say. Well, out with it, Ryder. What's your connection? Yes, out with it, Mr. Wright. The connection is a place mentioned in the testimony we just heard. The knife found in the lot was stolen from the police department's evidence room. Not to mention the victim had on him the case number on the knife's evidence tag. And we also know that the detective murdered at the police department was killed in the very same evidence room. Indeed. There do seem to be too many connections for it to be a coincidence. What's with your eyes, man? You two make a good pair. It took my men 2 days to find out what you've deduced right here. That's 'cause they suck. Chief, I request that you release your information on the victim at the police department. See, that's the tricky part. It hasn't been announced yet and all. Can we get the information unofficially? Sure, why not? It's unofficial after all. What? Really? Who would have guessed? I'll corroborate, but I can't reveal the name of the victim at the department, okay? If you're going to tell us a little, why not tell us everything? Oh, well, case information is sticky stuff. You have to do everything properly. Oh, well, I guess I might as well try and get what I can out of him. I don't know if the gender really has anything to do with it. What about his ID number? Okay, how about you tell me the victim's ID number? Sure, why not? It's not like you'll be able to tell who it is from that. Of course not. You won't tell me their name after all. We keep a tight lid on ID numbers. Don't go getting your hopes up. The number is 4842189. Whoa, that's quite long. And we have to remember these. It drives me nuts. I can't do it. You didn't even get the first number right. Well, Mr. Wright, does this tell you anything? The ID number of the victim at the police department, 5842189. 5842-189. Wait a minute, it's Goodman's ID. Okay, I was expecting it to be close. Like, what I was expecting was it to be, like, a close enough number, because my thinking was they use ID numbers to determine, like, what division everyone's in, possibly. Like, all the people in this division have similar ID numbers and blah, 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 blah. So I was thinking it'd be close to Goodman's ID, but not the exact same thing. Holy crap, this raises too many things. Actually, it does, Your Honor. It does. I think. Meaning? It has to be what I think it is. But what does this mean? Well, let's hear what the defense has to say. You say the ID number of the detective who was murdered at the police department tells you something. What does it tell you? Witness. What is it, Mr. Wright? You're grinning like a schoolgirl on prom night. No, it's just, I got confused. And this is news? Huh? Just come out with both guns blazing like you always do. The police department's the prosecutor's office. Two places, two detectives must at one time. Actually, I happen to have a police ID number here. Oh, is it yours? No, Your Honor, I'm a defense attorney, remember? This is the ID number of our victim, Detective Goodman. Shame on you, Wright. Our personal IDs are top secret. Detective Goodman's ID number is 5842189. And this means what exactly? Huh? Wait, that ID number we heard from the chief earlier. That's all with 82... I've forgotten. Didn't even get the first number right again. The number the chief of the police gave us was 5842189. Wait a second, right? What does this mean? That's what I want to know. The two ID numbers are identical. In other words, the detective killed in the police department's evidence room was Bruce Goodman. What does our witness think about that? Sharp as a tack, Righto. Sharp as a tack. But wait, Detective Goodman is our victim. He was killed at 5:15 in the underground parking lot. Yet a Detective Bruce Goodman was also killed at the police department, in the evidence room at the exact same time. That's impossible. So what we're saying is, the same person was killed at the same time, and in a completely different location. Order, Chief. What does this mean? No. What I want to know is, why didn't I hear about this? Yes, it's top secret, fine, but I'm the prosecutor in charge of the case. Now, just wait a second, Worthy. No need to get all flustered. Your Honor, the police department has made a grave error in this case. Wait. I said wait. Or didn't you hear me? The oversight, the grave error. Mr. Edgeworth, they're yours. What? How dare? We informed you yesterday. I believe it was Officer Meekins who brought you the news. Officer Meekins? Mr. Wright, where have we heard that name before? Wait, aha! Oh my god, Edgeworth. It's the guy that Edgeworth sued. You don't mean him. According to Meekins, you didn't accept the report. Hard to believe. But your officer, he told me. He said the report had nothing to do with the Lana Sky incident. Detective Bruce Goodman murdered in the police department evidence room. Mr. Edgeworth, the victim's name is written right on the top of the report.
Why didn't the officer tell me? Honestly, I'm not sure if that officer was capable of making the connection. He did seem challenged.
Well, that's rude. In any case, this is a serious error, a gross negligence of duty on your part, Worthy.
But sir, you could have submitted that report this morning to the court as evidence. Then I...
No such luck this time, Worthy, or should I say, unworthy.
What?
Now, what was the second rule of evidence law,
Well, Mr. Wright?
Huh?
Oh, well, it's, Rule 2. Unregistered evidence must be presented. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. And how's this rule relevant?
Normally, you submit a list of evidence to be used in court before trial. This report wasn't on that list. So, what does this mean? I couldn't submit this evidence until a connection was proven in court. The connection was just proven by Wright over here. Good job, Wright, my boy.
Huh? I just doing my job. No!
It seems we have come to the end of this trial. I know you're going through a tough time, Worthy, with all these rumors. You were even in the defendant's chair just this past December.
I apologize for this terrible lack of due diligence on my part.
Mr. Edgeworth,
please, just give me one more day. I'll get to the bottom of what happened, if it's the last thing I do.
You'd better get results this time, really.
You have my profound apologies, sir. Poor Mr. Edgeworth.
I don't think there's ever been an error this serious in the history of this court. I'll grant one for the day as the prosecution has requested. Will that be sufficient, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Whatever your punishment for this is, for your sake I hope it's not decisive. Very well, court is adjourned.